If you don't get this about options, please stop right now. You're just wasting your time. What are options? Let me tell you what it's not. Okay, it is not stocks. This is stocks. Let me show you what a stock is. I'm going to pick a Meta. Here we go. Everybody knows Meta. Meta is Facebook, etc. Meta is trading at $660. You could buy, and if you have it, you could sell right here. That is buying and selling a stock. You could buy it, keep it, maybe it ramps up to 1 million. Maybe it'll eventually offer dividends. So you're holding a small equity portion of a publicly traded company. That is stocks. Now, options. What are options? Options are insurance for stocks. Here is the options tab under the Meta. Okay, so we're still dealing it's going to derive from Meta, the stock. But then now look at this. Boom, you're going to be greeted with all of these time frames. You're going to wonder what this is. I'm going to expand one of these time frames and a bunch more numbers come out. Very, very confusing. Let me try my best to break it down to you. So remember, options are insurance for stocks. Notice I didn't say options are stocks, okay, because that is not a true statement. Options are insurance for the stocks. They have some part to do with the stock, but some part that is not to do with the stock. And what you're looking at is the part that is not having to do with the stock in its relationship. It has time. The number one first thing you're going to have to realize, there's going to be time involved. What does that mean? Well, it means that you could be very close to time, like maybe tomorrow or Friday or next week, holding a policy. Okay, that's one thing to put in your head. And you could have a policy, the insurance for Meta, a year later. That seems really, really far. Now, why don't you apply that in your life? Name a thing that you're holding an insurance for. Okay, so if you're listening to this, I'm assuming you are an adult and you have some responsibilities that require insurance of some type. One kind is a car insurance. Car insurances are typically 6 months out, right? So let's look at the 6 month mark. This is January, that's this month. That's too soon. Let's look at June. June is about 6 months out, and it's a different pricing. It's a different pricing because now we have more time embedded into the pricing of the policy. There's much more time you have to pay if you're going to buy insurance, right? If I'm going to buy a 6 months policy to cover my car insurance from State Farm, it's going to cost, for example, $60. Okay, $60. And then, but let's say, and if you divide that by 6 months, it's roughly $6 a month, right? However, if there's a special kind of insurance, let's say it's well, let's call it ABC insurance. They offer insurances to people who don't have a lot of money. Maybe they can only pay month by month. You know, I have a car, but I only have enough money to cover my insurance month by month. I don't have $60. The ABC insurance says, oh, that's fine. We could offer a month by month insurance policy. But you know how you were quoted $6 a month, $60 from State Farm? Because it's going to be month by month, it's a little bit more risky for us, ABC Insurance. We're going to charge you $10 a month, but you'll pay month by month. So the option buyer, the insurance buyer says, I think that's okay because I don't have $60, but I have 10. And next month I can reevaluate if I can buy another or have enough money to buy another policy month by month. It costs a little bit more, but it's not as much as 60, even though if you divide 60 by 6 months, it's cheaper. So if you notice, just right then and there are calculations involved from the duration of the insurance policy. So tying this back to Meta, the stock with options, as a seller of an option, I could choose to create or to manufacture a policy that is very close to the present time. It's going to yield premium. I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to go to at the money, 660. Right here, it's going to, offer some premium right here. These are the premiums. And I could also choose to have a further out expiration date. And you can see right here for, let's see, February, it's going to offer much more premium, but I do have to wait out longer. I do have to wait out longer to get the entirety of the premium. And the longer it is, it's a little bit cheaper per day, per diem for the option policy, but I do have to wait for it too. So everything is a calculated risk reward benefit. Okay, so that was a mouthful. Just know that options are insurance for stocks. Why is this important to know? When you get into options, you're going to be obsessed with the stock. You're going to be obsessed with the highs and lows, which is good. It's good to know the value of the company, if they're doing good things, if they're going to meet their highs and the lows. However, you must know time value, time premium. It's 50-50 of all. It's like 100%. Let's say options and stock are one whole. The time value is the other 50%. You have to understand the value of time. It's going to expire. It needs to be in your favor. And that is the importance of options. Okay, so to wrap up, options are insurance for stocks. You must know the value of time premium in addition to understanding the underlying stock, which in this case is Meta, given as the example. All right, so I hope this helps to some degree to add on to a level of information that will help you determine if options are good for you to learn and to start learning how to trade options. All right, so have a good day. Any questions? Look at my shorts where I do actual real trades daily. See you very soon. Bye.